Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony Picks Morning Show. I'm Tony T with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, giving out live free picks for today's betting card. And on today's card, we'll picks for you here from Major League Baseball, 15-game card. Also NHL, WNBA again. Of course, make sure you guys subscribe to our channel so you never miss a show. And get notified of all of our great content. We're approaching 50,000 subscribers. So hit that subscribe button. Of course, you want to do is hit that thumbs up right away. It really helps us build up our audience, whether you watch us live or on demand. We greatly appreciate that. So what we'll do here is introduce the cappers, and we'll get right to the picks as we don't mess around here on the Tony Six Morning Show. Let's say hello to Rod. Rod, what's going on?
Not too much, Tony. Nice 4-2 day for me yesterday. We'll take it. It would have been a little winning day, but I put in the Leafs late steam. I kind of had a feeling that, you know what? I think the Leafs are going to show up. I'm going to force the game 7, so I put it in. Late steam style, and guess what? They did show up. Gonna see a game 7 there between the Leafs and Panthers. I'm excited. That should be good. I just love game 7s. Can't wait. It's that time of year where you start to get some game 7s. So can't wait. We got a good one tomorrow. We got another one on Monday. Yeah, I'm excited for game 7s. I'm excited for sports. Hey, we continue to win. I can't complain. 1-0 to start the W. Things are good on my side. Let's continue into Saturday's action.
Let's do it. Let's get into a good Saturday. Let's say hello to Chris. Chris, what's going on?
Oh, not much. Coming off a 3-1 day. Guardians couldn't get it done, I guess, against the Reds, which was weird. And then cashed our free video as well. And then also cashed one of our home run props to Jose Ramirez yesterday. It was a little lighter than I like to take, but he still got it done for us. And then I was watching last night, watched my first WNBA game with the Sparks and the Valkyries. But we also cashed the play that I gave out yesterday on the show for the over in the Lynx game. So definitely getting into that. Enjoyed it. So we'll see what happens this season.
Absolutely. So El Nino, Sal, what's going on?
Yeah, coming off a rough day, but had been doing pretty well before that. So just looking for a big bounce back here.
Oh, absolutely. Solo, what's going on?
All right, what's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday. Scraped a little money yesterday. I want to say we went 5-4. Dropped our NBA play. Kind of got beat up in baseball, but I think we went 3-0 WNBA. So seeing the board pretty good. Let's fire. Let's make some money.
That's fire. Make some money indeed. I looked to bounce back after a rough one yesterday for me, 1-3. Of course, couldn't get the up high raise. Didn't show the good enough runs of that. We got the runs from the Angels. Dodgers bats slowed down yesterday, and the Knicks, boy, they just put a pounding on those Celtics. Man, they really creamed them good. So looking forward to Knicks and Pacers in that Eastern Conference Final. Tomorrow it'll be Game 7, Thunder and the Nuggets. I see the Thunder laying some points. We'll see how that rolls. But let's get to baseball. I just want to make note of some of the pitching changes from the overnights. Eric Lauer is slated to start for Toronto, the veteran lefty who's bounced around the league. I think his last stop was Milwaukee. I think he was signed to a minor league contract. He's slated to go here for Toronto. Also here, looking at some of these, Sandy Alcantara. I know this was in the afternoon, was switched over to him. It looks like he'll start for Miami there against Rasmussen for Tampa Bay. Slade Cecconi will go for Cleveland. Ortiz moved to tomorrow. So Slade Cecconi, somebody we remember from his days with the Diamondbacks. He's with the Guardians now, and he'll go against Chase Petty has now been the primary pitcher for Cincinnati. There will be an opener for the Reds today, and boy, Petty has been we'll talk about that a little bit later. Petty's been pounded this year. We'll take a look here. Noah Cameron will get the start for KC as a first-timer. He's a first-year guy going for KC. He already has an appearance already, but Cameron to start for KC today against the Cardinals. And let's see if there's any other change here. I don't see one here. Looks like we're ready to roll. Okay, because we got all this. We know Kershaw is making his debut today for LA. So there we go. We got all the changes taken care of baseball. So let's get to the games here. We start here. Let me just make sure I have my time sorted correctly so I'm not out of order here because my line service does not remember my defaults. Right, here we go. Mets and Yankees here. We got the Yankees $1.22, total 9.5. White Sox and Cubs again. The Cubs, $2.75, total of 10. And we go Tigers and Blue Jays here. And this one, we've got the Tigers at $1.40, total 9. Nats and Orioles. The Orioles here, $1.52, total of 10. And we have one more in this block will be Rays and Marlins. And this one, we've got the Rays, $1.48, total of 8. We started off with Rod.
Yeah, a couple I like in this early time spot. First one I'm looking at is the Mets and the Yankees. I'll take the under 9.5 in that one. We got Canning on the mound, Schmidt going, and hey, give it to Clark Schmidt. He's actually pitching half decent this season. And Canning, man, what a change of scenery that did for good old Griffin Canning heading to the Mets, because he's been dealing. Has given up more than one run and how many? So I'll take the under there. Mets and the Yankees lean to the Mets as well in that matchup. And then I'll take the Nationals over the Orioles. Gibby's on the mound. Can't believe that guy still got a job. Got old Gibby. Gibson's going there for Baltimore. Hey, Jake Irvin on the other side for Washington. Bookmakers thinking we're going to see just a tad few runs there, because they've booked that up to 10. And these two teams haven't been scoring anything is the scary thing. So maybe with those two guys on the mound, we get over that total. But I'll take the Nationals at the plus price there over Baltimore. Baltimore sucks.
Yeah, from Rod. Okay, just update the wind here in the Cubs and White Sox. The wind is blowing 21 miles per hour, but it's moving left to right there. The wind directions for the White Sox and Cubs. On over to Chris.
Yeah, speaking of that, definitely got that under wrong yesterday. I think we hit that over quickly in that Cubs-White Sox game yesterday. Jesus. Back to them. I'm going to take the Cubs on the run line again. I just can't back this White Sox team. And then actually looking at the Mets, Yankees, I'm going to go the other direction, take over, because we're blowing 16 miles an hour out to left field. And that's all these guys need to do a little bit. I know these pitchers are doing what they do, but I'd still take the over in that one. Mets, Yankees. Did the Detroit-Toronto is your video on YouTube today. You can check out the deeper dive. I'm going to roll with Reese Olson and the Tigers there on the money line.
Here we go with Chris on El Ninos.
Yeah, I agree with the Tigers. I think that's definitely the play. I'll take them -1. I'll put some on the run line too. Same thing for the Rays here. Getting a little juicy, opened a little bit lighter than this, but you can still take them -1 here. And I think they just got the big pitching edge with Rasmussen over Alcantara, who had his better days, but they're well past him, it looks like, and really struggling this season. So I think the Rays get to him, and yeah, still not, that number's still bettable, so I'll take the Rays -1.
There we go with El Ninos. On over to Solo.
Tampa Bay and Miami. Sandy's on the mound. He's trash. Let's go over. I'm gonna stop hating. I'm gonna take the Tigers today, and give me the Nats on the money line.
See, Nats there from Solo. Tell you what I think about these games here. Got to look at the plus price here with the Mets. I know the Yankees got the best of them yesterday, but that was Rodon was on his A game. Canning's been serviceable this year. For Schmidt, kind of an up and down year. His ERA is approaching 5 this year. Has been hurt by the walks and has given up the home run ball, 1.7 home runs per 9 innings. The plus price, I look at the Mets because I like the price. And let's see what else I like. I do like the price here with the Nats, with Irvin on the mound today against Gibson. We know what Gibson's just been blown up. It's not doing well. Baltimore bats been silent. Couldn't expand their lead against the Nationals last night, and they lose it late in late innings. I mean, that's the problem. You had opportunities to score runs, couldn't do it, and you let the Nats come in and catch you in the later innings. The Baltimore bullpen at home, an ERA 5.5. We saw the bullpen blow the game yesterday for them. And we look here at Baltimore. They are now at home 1-5 at home against losing teams, losing 6 units. So I'll look at the nasty Nats and that one. All right, let's continue here on the Tone Hickson Morning Show. We will get to NHL a little later here in the show. Actually, it'll be the next block because there's no NBA today. And we'll close the coverage with WNBA. Let's continue on here. Pirates and Phillies. We see the Phillies a big price, $2.75, total 8.5. Guardians and Reds. The Guardians $1.22 on the road, total of 10. Astros and Rangers $1.16, total of 8. Cards and Royals $1.13, total 8.5. Twins and the Brewers. The Twins get it done again. Brewers just can't win at home after road trips. Again, at the Twins here, $1.16, total 7.5. And let's see if I got let me add them up here. Yep, looks like we got 1, 2. Yep, we got 5 in that block. So we start with Rod.
Yeah, look, just keep taking the Twins. Twins are those teams that they just keep winning. But at some point, I think they're going to lose. They're 5 games over 500. They're usually at the 50-50, 500 squad they play. So they get there 5 games over. Watch. Be careful. The Twins at some point, a losing streak is on the horizon after this big giant winning streak, because that's what the Twins do. But we don't get off them until the train falls apart. So keep riding the Twins, baby. They keep paying for everything there in that spot. And then one more. Give me ooh, the Pirates. Give me a little bit of false hope, like, yeah, maybe we're going to win. No, we suck. Our bullpen stinks too, so you're in big trouble there. I'll take Phillies minus the 2.5. I think kick the snot out of Pittsburgh again there in that one.
Our poor man Carmen Lazinski. That's a name. That's a name. But that's a name. On over to Chris.
Yeah, the Houston and Texas game. I'm gonna take the under there. We know what Texas does at home, so we'll just take the under in that one. And then looking at, I know it's at minus 120 for the Royals, but I'm gonna take a shot on that kid in his first start. I mean, some of these guys when they come out, they've got a pretty good start there. It's just a fate of Miles Michaelis. Not a fan. So we'll take Casey on the money line there, and then the other one, I agree with Rod. Got to ride the Twins, man. It's getting minus 118 where I've got it. It's not bad, but yeah, we just keep riding them while they stack these wins. Once they turn the corner, then we'll hop off. But keep cashing with these guys.
There you go with Chris. On over to Alnitos.
Yeah, definitely not my strongest slate for the free picks at least, but I'll take a shot with the Cardinals here, laying a little bit of juice on the road. I see them around minus 120, minus 125. I'll take them. And I was kind of leaning a little bit to the Cardinals, but again, not crazy about it. Just a small lean to the Cardinals. Just close to even money here on the road.
All right. Let's go on over to Solo.
Let's go with Houston and the Rangers. I think points runs would be premium. I had the under yesterday. I want to say Houston gave up, 6 runs in the 8th. Messed that up, but we'll get that back today. One more game. Sign me up on the Reds. Ran the Reds yesterday. I just think they're a better team than the Guardians. Don't really like these Guardians bats. I think the Reds come back and get it done today. And one more. The Braves game in the next slot. That's the next slot. Yeah.
Braves game, next slot. Yep. All right. Tell you what I think about these games here. I'm going to go under with Houston and Texas. Houston just hitting 213 against divisional teams. The bullpen's in pretty good form. I like the way Molly's been pitching here this year. Molly and Holmes allowed 3 runs in 32 innings. That's interesting there. Rangers have 10-1 in the under as a home favorite of even money or greater this season. And I'll look at the under in that game. I like KC at home here. Royals have been good in these night games, 10-3 at home night games, returning 7 units. Against these good bullpens, St. Louis 2-7 on the road, facing a bullpen with an ERA of 3.45 or lower this season. So I'll look at KC in this spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show as we close out baseball with these final 5 games. Braves and Red Sox. We got the Red Sox $1.14, total 9.5. Rockies and D-backs with the roof open in Arizona. We got Arizona $3.40, total of 9. Mariners and Padres. The Padres $1.84, total of 8.5. Athletics and Giants. Giants $1.46, total of 8. We ended up with the Angels and Dodgers again. Dodgers $2.10, total of 9. We start with Rock.
Yeah, for me, looking at Seattle and San Diego, hey, it was quiet yesterday for the Padres and their bats, but I think today is a different story in that one. I'll take the over between Seattle and San Diego. Just what's the weather? Is it still chilly there, Tony? Yeah, it is. Still about 60.
Yeah, it's
still
still
a little high, a little
chilly. Little chilly out here. It's 63 degrees. Yeah, so it's getting back to the June gloom now. That heat wave's over.
Right, heat wave's over. I still like the over. I think we still get enough there now, and I think we don't have to smash it out of the park, but we can we can smash enough there to get us the over. So I'll take the over in Seattle and the Padres. And then one more I'm looking at late one there. Hey, you look at the homeless. They didn't look so good yesterday. Looks like the Giants have their number and only have to lay that little bit of juice. I'll take the Giants there in that one. Definitely homeless. Giants definitely have your number. What do you guys do in game 2 after a loss? Actually, they're fairly well after a loss, are the homeless. Look at that. 6-1 after a loss in game 2 following. I'm going to take the over. I think we see plenty. We've seen 10 runs yesterday, and Giants have been smashed. Take the over 8 in that one. I don't know if I want to take the Giants there. Look, almost been pretty good in that game 2 after a loss. 6-1. I might have to lean to the homers, but take the over as the play there.
The line's getting tighter in baseball now with the NBA and NHL decreasing in volume. And over to
And yes,
Chris.
I hate and to answer Justin. I don't like Zach Gallen, but I'm not
hates-
am I gonna go chasing that with
He
Colorado?
hates he hates the Rockies worse.
The Rockies are worse. Yep. 2 teams of that. I love the fate. Flip a coin. What's the coin say today? It says heads, it's Arizona. Tails, Colorado. All right. That's looking like a head.
Whew, there you go.
Colorado it is. Stack ass falling. Woo! Grab the plus 1.5 just to be safe. You got plus money on that thing.
There you have. On over to Chris.
Yeah, Colorado, Arizona. I'm gonna take over. We know Marquez and Gallen can both get hit. It's just at 9, so we'll take that over that. I'm gonna roll with Nick Pivetta here on the San Diego run line. I think they get a bounce back today from that game yesterday off of Seattle. San Fran Athletics, I agree with the over. I mean, Wilmer Flores had a monster game yesterday. These guys are hitting the ball, but I think both these pitchers, Severino and Root, can both get hit. So I think we get up and over that total, no problem. And then going with Clayton Kershaw, going to back him in his first start back here. Take the Dodgers on the run line in that one.
After a loss there, on over to El Nidos.
I'll definitely be rooting for that Dodgers run line, but I like the other plays, but I agree with the guys on these overs. I think that especially that Athletics Giants over, I like a lot. I think, as I said, these starters get hit. And the next one I liked was the Padres Mariners over. Again, Pivetta's put up some decent numbers this year, but actually the Mariners do hit him pretty well, and just don't think he's as good as his numbers either. So I think we see a lot of runs in that one.
You know, been on regression. On over to Solo.
Not my favorite slot, so we're going to go to some system plays here. We got poor pitching, and the roof is open. Colorado, Arizona, we're going over. Where we at? A's and San Francisco, I have to respectfully disagree. San Fran at home, night games, I go under. And the A's back on the bounce back game, give me the A's on the money line.
There we go with Solo. Tell you what I think about these games here. I like over here with Braves Red Sox. This game with Holmes and Lucas pitching there, and the wind is blowing out in Fenway, so I'll go over in that game there. I agree with the over in Colorado, Arizona. Gallen on the mound. You're going to get You're going to get some support here from Colorado to get some runs on the board. Of course, remember Arizona's bullpen is trash, so that's something to always remember. That with this Diamondbacks bullpen, they are just horrible. And of course, we know the situation here with Marquez and the Rockies bullpen. I look for some runs in this game. I'll like the run line as well with the Padres. I like Pivetta. Emerson Hancock, I'm not a big fan of. Remember, he's thrown in there because the Seattle was dealing with injuries in the rotation. So I'll look here at that. When the Padres win, they cover the run line. They're 16-6 to the run line at home in home games this season, win over 12 units. So I'll look at them in that spot. And then, I'm going to just take the Dodgers on the run line after losing a game, right? What did they do after losing to the Athletics? They just came in and pounded them. They're falling, and they're facing a team that's worse than the Athletics here in the Angels. This Angels team hit just $168 against left-handed starters. Yeah, they got their win yesterday. Dodgers just didn't get it done with we told you about the issue with the bullpen, right? Someone says their bullpen was taxed. It doesn't matter. You got B and C guys in there. Their best 4 arms aren't in there. So it didn't surprise me. But I think the Dodgers offense bounces back after losing yesterday. Although there is rumors that the Angels are going to trade Anderson back to the Dodgers. That's been the rumor right now. Tyler Anderson is on they're going to move their best player. That's what the Angels are.
I'll take him.
You take him?
Definitely. We'll take him.
The Dodgers got a ton of prospects. Yeah, Coconuts did look good yesterday, but I think it was more the Dodgers bats not showing up. It was the Dodgers bat. He's not that good. He's not that good.
In. Totally should have put that in.
Ron was all over the
He's not that good, but he likes pitching against the Dodgers. Look, if you look, he loves pitching the Dodgers. He's like, I like pitching the Dodgers. He just gets something from the game, I guess.
Maybe they learned something when they saw that positional player strike out Ohtani. I just throw a bunch of off-speed junk up there. Don't swing at anything. That's what it takes to beat the Dodgers, just the junk pitch. Junk pitcher. There you go. All right.
Yes, Angels getting Kershaw. This is the first game back in how long? Come on.
No, he looked pretty good. You know, I've been watching these highlights from OKC. That curveball, he's got that bender. You know, usually with Kershaw, it's when he compiles a lot of innings, he starts to wear down. But when he's fresh, that curveball starts to bend. And I saw that curveball bending there in OKC. So when he's that's what you got to be careful of with Kershaw. Is that Kershaw that it'll bend for. He's old. It'll bend for a few starts, but after that, it won't bend. He loses the bend. It doesn't bend as much anymore. But that's what you got to be careful with Kershaw. It's great in short periods, short flashes there. And then they'll find a reason to sit him down when it's ineffective. All right, let's continue here on the Tony S'more Show. Off to the ice. We're late in these second rounds, so big lots at stake here. Jets at Stars. We see the Stars here, $1.50, total 5.5 over to Rod.
Yeah, and you look at these ones, everyone's going to be like, well, maybe we're going to see an over here in this one because it's out on the road. I don't think so. I'll take the under 5.5 here in this matchup. We know Hellebuck's numbers haven't been great. This is what the Jets have to do if they want to get past this round. They need to end the losing streak on the road because they haven't won one yet in these playoffs on the road. So they got to do that first, okay? That'll be step one of the task that they need to do. Then the next task is they got to go back home and beat Pete DeBoers. Pete DeBoers in Game 7 as coach of Dallas is 9-0 in Game 7s. He has the long run of winning games in Game 7. So tough task for the Winnipeg Jets. But you got the best of the goalie to do it. So give me the under 5.5 here in this one and what's going to be a good game. We've seen it get physical and chippy at the end of the last one. We've seen the cheap shot by Ben. Guy didn't even see it coming, and all of a sudden, bah, down he goes. So we know that these two teams are going to start let it all hang out. Fisticuffs are flying. Andres dueling Hellebuck. And I know Hellebuck hasn't been the greatest on the road, but he's going to step up in the spot. Give me the under 5.5. First of 3 wins this one.
There we go with Rod on over to Alnitos.
Yeah, I'm gonna tough game, and I believe if I'm not mistaken, the Jets also undefeated in Game 7s, aren't they, Rod? But yeah, not a small sample size there for sure, but there's that too. I like the Stars at home. They won both games at home this series. And again, laying a small number here, so I'm not just going to take a money line, but I'm not going to go full -1 either. Just going to do mostly money line, probably 2/3 to 3/4 of my bet on the money line, then put a little bit on the puck line as well, just to not have to lay so much juice.
All right, there from Alnitos. Got
after a game that the Stars have scored 2 goals or less, 29-2 to the under.
Wow. There you go.
Absolutely money to the under when Dallas doesn't score more than 2 goals. So take the under. And enjoy a great game because it's going to be a good one.
Oh yeah, we're in late stages now. We're late stages of these hockey
when
playoffs.
they get good. Yep.
That's when they really get really good. I want to pass along some information to you guys about the NBA game tomorrow. Nuggets and the Thunder. Thunder 8.5 now. Total 213.5 has come out now that Aaron Gordon has been listed as questionable with a hamstring strain. Doesn't that sound familiar? That's what Curry had. I don't know to what extent it is, but that's something you got to keep an eye on. Aaron Gordon questionable with that hamstring. So that's a massive injury there for Denver. So that's something to keep an eye on if you're handicapping this game between Nuggets and Thunder. We'll talk about that one tomorrow, but I got to pass that information on to you. But it's pretty important here as we get ready for Game 7 tomorrow in that Thunder series. All right, let's continue here on Tony S'more Show. We turn our attention over to the W. We got the defending champs in action this afternoon. Early start, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Liberty hosting the Aces. Liberty 4.5, total 169. Sky at Fever. The Fever 8, total 169. Storm and Mercury. Here we got the Storm on the road. 5, 4.5, and 4s out there. Total 154. The Mercury back in action. Rod had issues with that car. Not a big fan of that car manufacturer. We've gone on over to Rod. Let's start with Rod.
right? Sometimes I would be like, yeah, we're going to drive me a Mercury and cruise it up and down the road. Well, there were times that they weren't cruising anything up and down any road there and now. Give me the over between Seattle and the Mercury. Not a lot of defense played. Mercury's dealing with some injuries as well, so we know the Seattle squad returning 4 starters can definitely score some points. And they're usually scoring into the 80s. So I like the over in that matchup. At 154, definitely. That thing's dropped to, I'll take the over 154 there. And then give me the aces, plus the 4.5. What we see in the preseason is they be coming. Watch out. They have a little bee in their bonnet and ready to go. So I'll grab the 4. It wasn't 5. But at 4.5, I'll still take the aces there plus the points. They're gonna have to sit through watching the New York banner raising and the ceremony, and that's gonna drive them even more. So I'll take the aces plus the points in that matchup.
Yeah,
Isn't Stewart out?
She's trying to work her way back in. Is she officially out for this game?
I thought she was out, but okay.
Is she out completely? I thought she was just dealing still. I don't think she's out.
Okay,
I really don't.
Cool.
I'll double check for you, but I don't think so.
Let me see if I have anything here.
But she might be on a minutes restriction. I don't think she's going to go all out balls to the wall. That's for sure. She's trying to slowly work her way back from that.
Brianna Stewart looks like she's in the game. She's in.
Okay.
She missed the preseason game because of a knee issue, but knee. It was a knee, but she is slated in. There's the only question mark is Fibich there for the Liberty, but looks like she's in. And Van Liff is questionable here for Chicago. The rookie from she transferred out of LSU, right? She was a
LSU, Louisville.
TCU. Oh yeah, she's. I won't. She gets around. Let's just put it that way. Move on over to Chris.
I got you guys another free one here today. Like I said, still not dipping into it. It's a premium, but looking at this Chicago-Indiana game, I'm going to go over. You look at Indiana when they're home favorites, they're 8-0 to the over. Looks like neither one of these guys teams play defense here. They're giving up. Chicago's giving up 87 points. Indiana allows 91 points. So just we'll take the over there. And didn't realize getting into this, like I said, I'm very new to it all, but apparently there's different spelling, same last name on Chicago. Ariel Atkins may have to get her jersey. I don't know, and back up, see what she does this year. So anyway, like I said, super excited to discover the WNBA here, and enjoyed the game last night. So we'll see what happens this season.
Absolutely. We'll move on over to Solo.
We got Aces and the Liberty. I think these teams get up and down. I think the Aces made some adjustments. I think they blew the roster up. I want to say they moved Plum, but they brought in Jewel Lloyd. They'll probably score some points. Let's take this total over. Where we at? The Sky and the Fever. I'm sorry, Seattle and the Mercury. I'm gonna lay it with the. I can't remember what Seattle's called, but Seattle.
Storm.
Yeah, I'm sorry, the Storm. Yeah, I like what's the name? The point guard. Skylar Diggins, I think she goes over points and assists. I think they cover this spread. Take Seattle.
There we got from Solo. All right, we got you through it all. The MLB, NHL, and the W4 today. Tomorrow NBA returns, and we'll see what now it's time for our parlay peripheral segment, where our cappers can give out a parlay. They can give out a team player prop, game of the future, or just play it straight. We'll leave it up to the cappers. We started off with Rod.
And for me, we're going to go with we'll take the aces plus the 4 that they're giving us, 4.5 if you can find it, but I think it's coming down a little bit. So that one at the 4, and then throw in the Mets on the money line with Griffin Canning on the mound, and then we're gonna throw in Noah Cameron in the Kansas City Royals. Hey, he looked real good at his first start, mowing down. He had one hit over 6 innings in his first start. One of those teams that, hey, they're not burning his arm because they, after his one little start, they sent him back down to the minors, so they didn't burn him out. And now they're propping him back up for another start. He looked real good in that first start. So, take the Royals there in that one. Throw them in at the parlay. And then, you know what? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Hey, throw the Angels into the parlay to beat the Dodgers again there, on Saturday as well. With Tyler Anderson on the mound. He's been dealing. He's better than Coke and Owens. So if Coco can do it, you'll probably give him a little bit of, hey, do this. So I'll take a shot there with the Angels.
Chunk it up
into the parlay. Yep.
Yeah, well, this is
Take advantage while you can, because we know the Dodgers ain't going to lose too many this year.
That is true, and also this is a rehearsal to see if he can get traded to the Dodgers. He might.
So hey, maybe the whole. But the Dodgers want to smack him around so they can get him cheap, though. That's the problem.
That's it. Yeah, less prospects. That's it. There's a lot of motivation. You can save a prospect here if you can pound him. You can put a fat 7 runs on him. You'll be able to save a prospect.
Save a prospect, yeah.
on over to Chris.
3-teamer, give you a Cubs run line, Twins money line, San Diego run line, and I got a couple player props for you today. I'll take some, do some RBI since Sean's not here. It's going to be the Nationals Orioles game. These guys love to hit Kyle Gibson, and I love backing the Nationals to hit. For your home run, we're going to go Nathaniel Lowe. He's got 3 against Kyle Gibson. James Wood doesn't have one, but he's hot right now, so you can take him for a home run as well. You can take both those guys for RBIs. You can take C.J. Abrams for an RBI, take Josh Bell for an RBI. Like I said, these guys love to light up Kyle Gibson, so I think everybody gets you some money today.
There you go. There we go with Chris. I know where Alnitos.
I'm going to take the Rays -1, Tigers -1, and the Stars.
There you go. From Alnitos on over to Solo.
I'll give me the Tampa Bay Rays money line. Let's go Rockies, Arizona over. And sign me up with CC, Caitlin Clark, +4 3-pointers.
There you go. From Solo, I'll give you a three-teamer here from the baseball here. I like the Mets plus the price. Give me Detroit Tigers. I like the over with the Braves and the Red Sox. All right, we got you through our parlay purple segment. Now it's time. I'll actually put up here Ron Hahn, our man who runs the chat. That's his three-teamer for you guys. Storm, Cubs, run line, and Phillies, the extendo there with a nice fat price there. +628 with Ron Hahn. All right, let's see what we got rolling on over at Tony'sPicks.com. We just gave you our free plays, but if you're looking for our best stuff, head on over to Tony'sPicks.com. The link is in the description there, and you'll land right here on our page. You'll be able to find all of our best bets premium plays with leaderboard showing you our top producers. And, of course, our top producer for the year, Rod, has 6,349 units of profit. As you can see, all documented over at Tony'sPicks.com. So we'll see what Rod has got for sale here for this Saturday, full of action here from Major League Baseball and more. Rod, what you got rolling?
And for me rolling today, I got my NHL one-timer play rolling there. I got my WNBA play of the day, and I got my MLB play of the day. You can buy those singly, or you can throw those all into my Super Saturday 5-pack, where you get those 3 plays plus a couple bonus plays thrown in there as well. But find my $19 plays. They've been absolutely money. We're on a nice little 99-71 run. You're up $5,000, over $5,000 betting all my $19 plays. So scoop those up. They've been absolutely money over the last month stacking units. So scoop those up and join me. As you can see, there's a 2-for-1 capper promotional. Use it. It's definitely good to have 2 cappers put money in your pocket. And you can see I'm not the only hot capper here at Tony's Picks who have been kicking the bookies' butt and stacking the units. So grab 2 cappers and have a great rest of the weekend together. That way you don't miss out on the late steam plays. If we find a game that we find late that I think has an edge, we'll put it in 10 minutes to 2 hours before puck drop, first pitch, tip off. You'll get that email to you when you're aboard long term. So I did it with the Leafs yesterday, and it came through nicely for us. So jump aboard. Let's continue to crush the books.
Absolutely. Get on board with Rod over at Tony'sPicks.com. You see this great record from Rod here. Over 6,300 units of profit. That can be all verified by just going to Rod's handicapper page. You can see all the winners. There's going to be losers there. We don't win every time, but you can see Rod's posted 2,065 picks here in our system. You can verify every one of them here, verify these records here. They're graded immediately here on by our service provider here at Tony's Picks. And of course, you can see Rod's are ready to roll here on Saturday. Remember the profit guarantee. That means on a package here, it must turn a profit or amount purchased will be credit back to your account for site credits. That's profit guarantee on the packages, 1-day passes. Not so in the long term because it's still such a discount. It can also apply the long-term pass there with the long-term pass as well as the 1-day pass. So get on board with Rod over at Tony'sPicks.com. Looking for a big Saturday of action here over on with Rod. All right, let's see what Chris has got rolling. Another big day for Chris yesterday. Chris, what you got for sale?
Guys, got you a 3-pack in baseball today. Best bet 2 premiums. We cashed the last 2 best bets in baseball this week. We can keep that momentum rolling forward into rivalry week. I've got you, like I said, those. I've got you my season pass as well for baseball. It's going to start at opening day. It's going to run to the World Series. You get 15% off of it using the promo code Tony T. So it's not a bad price for that. You're going to get everything I put in. Hop on something this weekend, 3-day. You can hop on 7-day. We got a ton of action next week as well. Get you that late steam pitcher changes and things of that nature as well. And then you have 2-for-1 capper. 2 people putting money in your pocket makes a lot of sense. So hop on that. And let's just keep trying to kill NBA or baseball. We'll be back with NBA tomorrow. I'm going to have a pick. We'll be watching that number with the Aaron Gordon news. But I've got you some picks in baseball today.
Very good. Yeah, get on board with Chris over at TonySpicks.com. Long-term or short-term, get on board and use that promo code Tony T at checkout. We'll save you that 15% off. You can see the season pass there. As Chris says, he puts about 3 to 5 plays per day. And so get on board with Chris. He'll be looking for winners for you from Major League Baseball and bring them home. All right, let's take a look and see what's up. We got rolling here with El Nino's over at TonySpicks.com. El Nino's put together a great NBA year. What you got for sale, Al?
Yeah, just the one MLB today, my $19 play. Might get there with a couple more, but not in love. Not just the cards, just mostly the numbers I'm not in love with today. But and might get there with an NHL play as well. But so far, just MLB up today.
There you go. There, MLB, a grand slam up there from El Nino's. And, of course, long-term subscriptions. You can get on board with Al over at Tony's Picks in the promo code Tony T at checkout. Remember, we'll save you that 15% off. All right, let's take a look and see what Solo's got rolling over at Tony'sPicks.com. Solo's been absolutely on fire here. You see the last 3 days, 1,426 units of profit. Solo, what you got for sale?
I kind of like the day with no NBA, so I'm going to scratch that itch with the WNBA and a pinch in with a little baseball. I'm going to have a best bet in both sports. I think I'll get up to about a total of 5 picks. I'll find a way to throw a 3-pack in there for you. But sign up with me short-term, long-term. Yeah, we barely scraped a little money yesterday. We'll get that back today. Sign up with me short-term, long-term. Pay me money to get cappers. Make sure you use that 15% code. Like we always say, dog, be smart, don't parlay, man, and let's get some money.
Get some money with Solo. You can see he's been on fire here last 30 days here. 1,426 units of profit, all documented over at Tony's Picks. So get on board with Solo. His best bets on the board from the W. And, of course, may consider long-term pass. You guys on the weekend like that 3-day pass with all the action here from baseball to the W as well as NBA picking up here on Sunday and next week. So get on board with Solo over at Tony'sPicks.com and use that promo code Tony T to save that 15% off. All right, I've got a best bet on the board right now for Major League Baseball. Having a really good year in baseball this year. And, of course, you can also get my 3-pack. Actually, my baseball best bet is bundled into my 3-pack. So they'll buy them both. Either buy my 3-pack with 3 baseball or buy my best bet, which has my best bet solo solo as individual. So get on board with me over at Tony's Picks. And you know the promo code there to save that 15% off. And, of course, get on board. All right, guys, we're with you here Monday through Friday here at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time with the Tony Six Morning Show. So if you ever happen to miss a show, just feel free to go to our YouTube channel, and you'll be able to find our content up there. Matter of fact, let me show you this YouTube channel so you guys can take a look at it, see what we got rolling here up on the YouTube, because we have more than just a live show. We have a lot of great content up there on the YouTube. Of course, you can also catch our live show if you miss any of it. There'll be an archive for that. We do have a members feature. If you'd like to join and become a member, you get early access to video. If you just want to support what we do here, become a member, hit the join button. Happy Hour, Monday through Friday. Rod hosts that show. You see our regulars up there with Ron and Ramon. Ben has been Ben as well, joining them there this week and beyond here from on the Happy Hour. So you can always check out our replays there. Hitting the video tab, lots of great content up there. Al's looking for the underdogs. Chris with props and more. WNBA today. We've got Ramon and Ron with that rundown for you. NHL deep dives from Rod. Of course, we do have the Kevin Thomas coming in, my deep dives from baseball and more. So check us out here on the Tony Six YouTube channel with hitting that tab with lots of great content. Of course, we'll let Rod talk about what he got rolling over on the YouTube channel. Of course, you got the deep dives NHL. And of course, they can catch up during the week with the Happy Hour.
Definitely, we got the Happy Hour Monday to Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern. Definitely tune into that show as well. And NHL Deep Dives, you can check those out on the YouTube channel as well. Definitely go check out Ron and Ramon. Got you covered in the WNBA going forward the rest of the season. So maybe we'll do some shorts or write some articles on WNBA. But I figured because I'm here enough, I'm here in the morning, and usually you see me on the Happy Hour, you'll get plenty of WNBA from me. Let Ron and Ramon go up and do the WNBA on their own. Hey, go check them out because Ron crushed it last year in the W. Went over 3,000 units in the W he raked in. So definitely go check them out there on the YouTube channel.
Good. Of course, you got some on-demand content with the baseball. And of course, you're looking for those home run props.
Yeah, guys, got you the Detroit-Toronto breakdown today, and then got you then the home run prop today. I usually do 3, but it was a big slate today. Got a lot of data, so I gave you guys 4 today, and then I gave you the 2 on the show, so you've got 6 home run props to chase today if you want to. Don't parlay them. Do them individually. You're getting plus money with these guys. Don't try to chase generational wealth with 6 home runs in a parlay. I don't know if it's ever happened, but good luck. But just do them straight. But yeah, we're always looking for that. I always try to get you the best data on the pitching matchups. The weather plays a part in all this too. So just trying to keep doing that. And yeah, once we get into these bigger playoff games here with the conference finals, I'll get you some NBA content as well.
Very good. Of course, Elninos, you're always looking for those dogs.
Yeah, I didn't like that NHL dog as you heard on the live show. So sticking the MLB today. Got 3 moneyline dogs. Go check them out.
Check them out there. And of course, so we got you here on the mornings. You'll pop in once in a while in the happy hour.
Yeah, I'm always lurking around. Definitely a morning guy. But like I said, once or twice a week, I try to pop in on the happy hour. Schedule opening up. So we'll see if we can make a little more time, put some plays in. Don't parlay, guys. Let's make some money, man.
Let's make some money on this on this Saturday, guys. That's going to do it here for this edition of the Tony Morning Show. We're back again live tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. We'll have some 15 game card from the NBA. We'll also have that baseball back in. I'm sorry, 15 card from MLB. NBA will have that big game 7 tomorrow. All right. Anybody have anything to say before we close it out?
Somebody asked who I think I got for the Preakness. I'm going to take River Thames for the Preakness. He was second to the Sovereignty and the Fountain of Youth Stakes. I got to fade journalism. That price of that horse is not going to make you anything today. So you got to fade the favorite in that one. So for me, it's I'm going to take River Thames, the number 6 horse in that one. Like I said, he lost by a neck. He wasn't in the Derby, so he'll be rested and ready to go here in this one. Give me the 6 horse River Thames to win it. But then I'm going to throw I got 6, 7, 8, and then you got to throw the 2 in there just because make that a nice little trifecta. 6, 7, 8, and the 2.
There you go with Rod.
Preakness. But I like the 6 to win.
6 to win there from Rod on the Preakness Stakes. There, all right. That's going to do it here for today's show. We're back tomorrow live at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. We'll wake up, guys. Make it a good one. We're back tomorrow here on the Tony's Picks Morning Show.